Okay, cool. Hey, everyone. We are on for tonight. It is February 9th, and my dog has to be playing in the background. But we have Alecia. She's going to be speaking on her power, or what her power hour is, or just how to get a power hour. Did I want to say anything in the beginning? No. You know the specials, 21-day fix, size, challenge packs. I think tomorrow you can test out 22 hard corpse again if you missed it on Sunday. Am I right with that? It's tomorrow for the on-demand. Someone say yes. Okay, all right, good. So tomorrow you can check out 22-minute hard corpse if you missed it on demand. I think that's it from me. So Alecia, do you want to kind of introduce yourself first? Because maybe some people don't know your story, especially like coaches.
Sure. I was planning on doing that anyway, so.
All right, cool.
Okay, so I'm Alecia. I am in my pajamas and my robe, and I'm sitting in our bedroom because my husband is watching the political debate tonight. So if you hear any yelling, it's from them out there. But I live in North Dakota on a farm with my husband and my in-laws. They live down the road a little ways, and 400 cows. And basically, I was kind of said when I started, a girl that I was actually planning my wedding with, we met on a wedding blog site. She did PIO, and I was like, what the heck is this? Like, and I started checking into it, and I didn't know she was a coach at the time. And I wanted to make a lifestyle change because I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis at the age of 23, about a little over a year being married, and I've had it for a year and a half over now, and so I wanted to like get on a healthy kick, a healthy lifestyle kick, and then a few months later I was also diagnosed with psoriasis, and both are autoimmune diseases. There's no cure. There's only like harsh medication that you can go on, and I did not want to do harsh medication. I wanted to control my health with diet and exercise and getting on some sort of health routine that would help, so that way I didn't have to or could prolong my medication having to go on that. And so basically I did PIO, and Rose reached out to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, who is this crazy lady? Like, and it is so weird.
Like, as a free customer. So that's how I got her really for hitting Success Club 5.
Yeah, and so because I hadn't bought my PIO challenge pack yet, so I was just kind of talking with her, and then I finally decided on PIO. And it was actually last year in January when I started. And then a few months later, I was kind of always posting and blogging about my journey because I had already a blog on social media already, so that's kind of what helped build my brand. And I'd always kind of be talking about that. And she's like, I think you'd make a great coach. And then I had a few people interested in what I was doing as well. So in about April or May, I started coaching. So that's kind of like my story in a nutshell, basically, the past year and 1 month. But tonight I was going to talk about power hours. I'm going to share with you personally what I've been doing the past few months that has really helped kickstart my business. I was a diamond coach over the summer. I got up to a diamond, and then I lost rank because I had a few people quit. And then this summer, I remember talking to Rose, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just want to quit. Like, I'm just not going anywhere with this business. I still had my shakes paid for. I still had some sort of monthly or weekly income, but I seriously was so close to quitting. And then this fall, I kind of got a good kick in the butt because one of my paychecks was $0. And I was like, this is it, like I need to figure out something or else I have to quit. So basically I just really dove in, not like the past few months that I really wasn't diving in before, but I also attended my first Super Saturday in October. And then I started doing calls with Lisa, Rose's coach, as well. And that kind of a combination of everything just really helped me kickstart. And just the past few months, I think I can say that my business has really taken off. And just with also as me being a coach and like doing all the vital behaviors of a coach, like I cannot stress how important those three are. So basically tonight I wanted to go over identifying your power hour. So whether that hour or that time, I shouldn't say an hour because sometimes we don't have an hour a day or sometimes we have more than an hour a day. But that power hour, you should have no distractions. It should be an hour of like serious, like focused time, like you're in the zone, and it should be no distractions. And it should be, you should think of it as like your business development time. It can be over your lunch hour. It can be before you work out in the morning. If you have to get up a little bit earlier, just designate a part of your day. And I know, like, I get we're all busy. Like, we have, whatever. We have work, we have kids. I personally don't have kids, so I don't have that excuse. But I am a no excuses girl. Like, I do not put up with that crap. Like, I am just out of it. I've heard every excuse in the book, including my own. So I know that I am out of excuses and I don't put up with crap from people either. So that is just kind of my attitude towards it. And if you say like, oh, I'm so busy, like, I don't have time for this. Like, seriously, when I just started a new job in January, but when I worked at my old job, I commuted 55 miles one way and I'd be getting up at 4:20 in the morning to work out and like get my, stuff done for my business. So honestly, like, there's no excuse. If you have to get up early or, stay up later at night, like, get it done. Like, whenever there's a time for, like I said, no distractions and serious focus in the zone time. So number 2 is it kind of starts with the 3 vital behaviors. So again, those are invite, be working out and drinking Shakeology, and personal development. And I would like to add a 3rd one in there that kind of ties everything together. A 4th one, sorry. Building your business. So basically, all of that ties into building your business. But there's a key point to that, because if you are doing all 3, yes, they will build your business, but you just need to really have like in the zone focus time as well. So that's what I'm going to kind of call the power hour, is building your business, because it really is. So your daily activities. So literally this is my list. Like, I made a list for tonight of what I do daily, what I do weekly, what I do like weekly / bi-weekly, what I do monthly, and what I do quarterly. So I'm breaking it down into different sections for you guys. So here is my daily activity. I answer emails, Beachbody related. So I set up my own email account for my brand. It's the fitfarmerswife1@gmail.com. So that might be a good idea. I know I plan on doing a call on websites in about a month or so. So that's a good thing to have to link to your website as well as your page, because sometimes you don't want to use your personal, like whatever your personal email is. It's a good idea to have like another one for your Beachbody business. I also answer the emails via Facebook or on the Coach Online office as well. And then I also do my social media posts. So some of you probably who have been friends with me for longer know that I have kind of converted over to using more of my Facebook like page instead of my personal page. So I have my Instagram directly linked to my like page. And then I post different content on my like page versus my personal page, and sometimes even Instagram if you want to take it a step further. So that means like there's 2 extra sections for like my personal page and my like page. So I have to come up with different content for each. Obviously, some of it I'll, like if I think of a good post for my like page, I'll, copy and paste it maybe the following week on my personal page, or vice versa. So you can kind of do that too. But typically with my personal page, I tend to be more personal. Not saying with my like page, I don't get personal, because I do get personal with that. But I tend to share things that are maybe more like family oriented or something like that my relatives and close friends too aren't just like annoyed with all my beach body craziness or whatever. But I kind of share, like, think of it, the personal page as being like super personal, and then my like page being personal, if that makes sense. And then, so I do that also daily, like in the morning typically, and then at lunch, and then the evening. And then my next thing is do a challenge group invite, or at least talk about it. So I had just listened to a podcast. I don't even remember, because I listen to like podcasts every day when I'm driving. So I don't even remember which one it was anymore. But it was last week I listened to a podcast, and somebody was saying that you should, as a coach, should be introducing or pushing those topics into everything that you're saying almost in a certain way, without having it come out and be like, hey, join my next challenge group. But even how I did tonight's post, like if you go to my Facebook page and give it a like or comment or whatever, as I said, like, I'm leading tonight's call, or I did another post this week that said, like, it was a workout picture, and I posted like, my challengers are kicking butt this week, like I'm so proud of them, and just kind of incorporating like the little things about like a challenge group or coaching wherever you can, and not like majorly, inviting, basically, like kind of just little snippets here and there where you can. So that was kind of my next point. And then also your challenge group, be posting in that daily. Typically I like to have my downline coaches lead my challenge groups, so it's less for me to think about. So even if they're a newer coach, I will train them in showing them how to do a challenge group. Like this month, I am actually leading my Fit and Fab in February group, and each day has a different topic. So I basically went through the month of February and assigned like maybe beauty sleep as one day, and then maybe confidence as another day. So then I have my coaches, my downline, one person takes a week. So that way we're not all, like scrambling. And then they'll post morning and evening. And then that topic is theirs. So whatever they want to post about, they can post about on that topic, if that makes sense as well. And then, so that's less for me to do as well, but I just kind of supervise, and I'll still post in the group whenever I can as well. And then I also follow up with customers. So anybody that I had talked to on Facebook or social media, like last week, and maybe they said that they were going to watch the videos that I sent to them over the weekend. So I'll be checking up with them this week as well, or at least on some sort of like every other day basis. And then I also add typically I've been adding a lot of people from my like page, because I have like over 4,000 likes on my like page. So this is a newer thing that I've started doing, probably like newer meaning November. I add 5 people per day, 5 to 10 people per day from my like page. And then I reach out to 5 to 10 people a day from my like page. So I never have found out a good way to message people from my like page. Actually, I had Jen Ferreira ask me that today, and I said, I honestly don't know. I said, that's why I started adding people and then reaching out to them that way. And some people automatically like, oh my gosh, like I feel like you're a celebrity, like, and like give you this huge compliment, and it just like makes your day, and it's really exciting. And But some people are like, who is this girl? And they probably never respond to your message, or some probably don't even respond to your request to add them as a friend. So forget about it, like delete their request. You can always try again another time. And some don't answer at all, but typically my number is always 5. So that's a good number, and it's an easy number to keep in mind. So add 5 people a day, reach out to 5 people a day. And those people I'm just building relationships with. I'm not inviting them per se, unless they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so inspired by what you do, and who you are as a person, and I can totally relate. And then I'll say, hey, by the way, I would like to personally invite you to my upcoming challenge group. And then kind of let them know what a challenge group is, and then go from there, basically. And then I also listen to personal development. I still drive about 40 minutes to work every day, one way. So that's 180 minutes a day that I can be getting in personal development. And I don't know if you listened to the National Wake Up Call this week, but it was awesome. And the guy basically was a New York police officer, or New Jersey, or somewhere out there. And he listened. He's a busy guy. He was a dad, he was a husband, and a police chief, but he got his personal development in when he was vacuuming or doing dishes or driving. And I was like, hey, there is no excuse either. I drive this time, that is the perfect time for me to listen to personal development, especially in the morning, because it just sets your day right. And I really encourage all of my downline coaches to do the same too. Even if you're in the shower or doing those monotonous activities, like putting your makeup on in the morning, where you have to do them daily, but you can get extra PD time in as well. And then I also check in the Coach Online office daily. That is several times a day, but I do it daily. And just check in, if you're hitting Success Club, make sure you're checking in with your customers and reaching out, either emailing them or texting them, even if they don't respond back the first few times, probably I did. Just still keep reaching out and trying to, even if it's a few months down the road, maybe try again. And then the other thing is to do a Periscope or Instagram or some live type video. So whether you're doing your workout video of the day, or Rose does Periscope a lot. I've done a few too, and it's kind of intimidating because people are always commenting. But get over it. Just don't look at the comments or whatever. So I've had some strange ones as well. But you can do that daily, or even a few times a week, but just set goals for yourself. So the next bullet is weekly activities that I wanted to talk about. So that was daily, what we just covered. So now it's weekly. So basically for weekly, I have the team calls. Obviously, all of you are on tonight. If not, you can listen to the recording, but be listening to them. Even go back and listen to some of the older ones that, maybe were from 3 months ago and you weren't a coach yet. So you didn't have access to them, but go back and listen to them, because there's a lot of good ones. I did some this summer, and I know Danielle and Rose, and we all have done a lot of good ones. So go back and listen if you haven't. The other thing is national wake-up calls. When I first started as a coach, I'll be honest, I didn't listen to the national wake-up call that much. But now I listen starting, and typically this is really bad. Rose probably doesn't even know that, but I really faithfully started listening probably in November, December of just this past year. So shame on me. But really, they have tons of good information. I now have just the set time when I listen to it, and when I can listen to it. Sometimes I can listen to it while I'm at work. If I have drafting to do, then I'll do it, unless I'll listen to it on my way home when I'm driving. So they're really good. Make sure you get on there and listen to them, and even re-listen to them. And I actually started in the same notebook, I have my national wake up call notes as well. So it's a good idea to start a notebook for that. And then Another thing for weekly is you can, like I had said, we talked about live streaming video, like with Periscope. You can do that. You could try to make a goal of that, doing that weekly, or like I said, maybe a few times a week. And then, or if you blog, or you could start a blog, I'd be more than happy to help you talk about blogging at some point. I had my blog set up for, I don't know, quite a few months before actually I became a coach. So I had that brand already developed. And that's honestly what really helps me get into my brand. People always ask me like, oh my gosh, how did you come up with your name? It's so cute. Like, how did you, build yourself on this? But it was because I had a blog before. So that really helped. And like Rose said, before I even was thinking about becoming a coach, she's like, you got it all set up. And I didn't even understand like what that meant. But it was just because I had my blog and I already had my brand and I didn't even know it. The other thing is setting up weekly schedules. So as a coach, you're going to start, I don't know if some of you have some downline coaches already, but typically what I like to do is set up a weekly schedule, or at least kind of an outline. So Monday is like National Wake Up Call, obviously. Tuesday is our team call. And then the other days of the week, maybe you have a certain set of day that you talk to so-and-so. So try to set up like kind of some sort of outline so you can prepare yourself for the week ahead. I have a day designer planner and I absolutely love it because it has like from 5 in the morning till like 10 at night. And it literally has each hour. So you can plan each hour what you're doing. Like I absolutely love it. Like it's just the best thing ever. But I plan everything. Like I plan out my workouts, I schedule my laundry, I schedule like TV shows that my husband and I watch. Like I have literally everything in that thing. Like it is my life. And it was so worth the money. Like it was kind of expensive, but it was so worth it. Like just to stay organized and plan out like your posts and like different things. Like it's awesome. But anyway, so plan out your schedule and then also write out your goals. So that was another thing that I've recently started doing as of like November. And typically I always like to stick for 5 things. So 5 personal and 5 business. So as far as personal, it could be losing 2 more pounds this week, or eat really well and don't have any treats or any chocolate or whatever your weakness is. For your business, it could be to sell 2 challenge packs this week, or help. I always write it in my journal to sell. I always put to help 2 people. And then I write it like it already happened. So I say, I helped 2 people this week and it was awesome, or I reached out to how many X amount of people and I did great with my conversations. So be writing it that way. And I feel like when you write out things like on paper, it just has so much more meaning. Like it takes it to another level because it's like, it's right there in front of you and it's right there written down. I don't know. And it's just so much more meaning, at least for me anyway. And then the other thing is that I write out is my posting schedule. So like I said, I usually post to my personal and to my and it's different content. So I have kind of a lot to plan basically in my week. So that helps to schedule it out. So I'll literally write personal page and page, and then I'll go Monday, Tuesday, all the days of the week. And then I'll do morning, noon, and night. So there'll be like 3 sections for each day, for each page, basically. And then I will just, even if it's like a little outline, at least it helps me stay on track. So I'll put like positive quote, workout video, and recipe, maybe for Monday, and then, or maybe I'll do like Shakeology post and then some sort of inspirational thing and then like a selfie. But that just helps me kind of stay on track and just kind of gives me an idea what I need to be posting for the week. The next thing is to write out is what are you looking for? So Lisa and I actually just went over this not too long ago. I think it was not this month, but last month. But I was telling her, what I've been doing with my writing goals and writing schedules and writing posting schedules. She said, well, you should also be writing what you're looking for in customers and coaches. So typically I stick to 5 positive traits. And that's also a weekly thing. So this week I'm looking for like positive, fun, teachable, coaches or whatever, or customers, or however you want to put that, but put it in a form of what you're looking for in a nutshell. So that way you can go back to that. And then when you're talking to somebody and be like, okay, like this person seems like they're really negative or they're giving off a negative vibe. So do I really want that like in my challenge groups and on my team? No, probably not. So honestly, it's just better to wait until for the next one. And this month I was just texting Rose tonight. I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so stressed out because I don't have a single Success Club point yet. But honestly, it's better to wait for those people that are going to be committed and stay committed and maybe be potential coaches than just grab somebody and be like, hey, come on my challenge group and let's do this, that doesn't really want to be there. And then also for weekly, you could put this could be under a goal, but it would be like the ultimate goal to be selling 1 to 2 challenge packs a week. And then you could also do calls with your downline coaches and new coaches and check in with them via text or email. This is also a weekly thing. So if you just had a call, I typically like to do bi-weekly calls with my coaches and downline. But I like to check in with them periodically throughout the week or weeks. So definitely be doing that as well. Or you can also do a team call weekly or bi-weekly as well with your team, not Team Arise, but with your team. And then also engage in your team page or group 2 to 3 times per week. And when I say group, I mean not a challenge group, but I started the Fit Farm Wife Empire, and it's basically a huge compiled group. I think I have over 80 people of all my customers, challengers, everyone who's ever bought anything from me is in there. Even if it was just the workout or whatever back when I started in like last April, I just have a group of them because it's a good idea to keep track of these people. And then I once in a while, like I said, 2 to 3 times a week, I'll post in there just a healthy recipe. Or now that hardcore is coming out, I'll post in and say, hey guys, like there's a new workout coming. It's a good way to like advertise for things. And then people will maybe come back, or even the people that bought just the workout program from me this summer. Maybe they'll see the new Shakeology flavor and they'll be interested or something like that. But it's a good way to keep track of people, is doing a group like that, just a general group, not a challenge group, just a general group. Okay, and then that was my weekly/bi-weekly activities. So now we're going to go into monthly activities. So just actually this month we started it. We in Team Arise have a leadership group. Yes, we do have a leadership group. It's top secret. We're planning all sorts of fun things for you guys. No, I'm just kidding. But we do have a leadership group, and I suggested that this month we as leaders should do monthly calls. And I feel that's really good for us to just check in. And Rose laughed at me when I said this, but I said get our poop in a group. I know it's probably a Midwest thing, but and just do that once a month and just figure out ways that we can lead you better as the leaders of the team. Also, what I like to do monthly personally is I like to do mentor check-ins. So whether it's with Rose or, like I said, maybe your upline mentor. So my upline mentor would be Lisa. I seriously always love doing calls with her in the beginning of the month because it gets me pumped for the month ahead and it gets my goals set and my priorities right. And it is awesome. Like seriously, every time I get off the call with Lisa, I'm just like on cloud 9. Like I feel like I could take on an army. And so talk to your mentors at least once a month. Check in with them, throughout the month, but do a call with them, like a one-on-one at least once a month. And then also be writing your monthly goals as far as your business and health-wise go. So as far as like your business goals, for monthly should be rank advancements. I feel like rank advancements are definitely achievable in a month. Also, monthly goals or monthly activities should be to strategize your downline. So your right leg versus your left leg. Where do you need more coaches? Maybe you could hit diamond this month if your right leg had 2 more people underneath it. So you need to kind of like strategize those things out. So obviously, like, you're going to want to put your next 2 coaches on your right leg, or, you know, whatever is going on your downline. And then also plan out your month ahead. So I know in Team Arise we have the monthly calendar, and that really helps me stay on track as far as like calls go and stuff, and that's really helpful. But make your own monthly calendar. Like in my Day Designer planner that I love, it has like the monthly overview, and then I just write like the major things that are going on. Like, this is when my challenge group is going to start. This is when I'm going to be advertising, like just the major things. And then this is like my challenge group content. So be planning out, you know, stuff with your challenge group as well. And then be planning out like your calls, like whether it's Team Arise, like I said, National Wake Up Call, or your team calls. Also be planning out new personal development. I have a goal of this year of 2016 to be reading 1 book a month, if not more. So basically plan out like for the whole year, just plan out the books you want to read. Make a list of all the books you want to read, and then whatever you're feeling that month, like that you need, maybe you want more expertise in talking to people. So maybe check out the books that you have, you know, for talking to people, or how to, you know, have a conversations. Also be planning out like different podcasts and articles that you want to get to this month. And then also be thinking about the coach webinar. Obviously we host one every Tuesday, like the last Tuesday, or, you know, the last whatever of the month. So be planning ahead, but you could host your own. There's definitely no harm in that. You know, host your own little sneak peek. So be thinking about that, and then be thinking about inviting. Another thing that I do monthly is I send out a mass email to all of my customers from the Coach Online office. Some of them are a do not contact. They probably think I'm like a crazed farm lady that sends out these monthly emails, but I don't really care. Like, I want to check in with these people. So I just send them and ask them how they've been doing, and then send them little updates, like maybe with new workouts or the new Shakeology flavor coming out. Maybe I'll include a recipe. I'll typically say something kind of inspirational. Like after Christmas, I was talking about getting back on track and making, you know, New Year's resolutions, stuff like that. But typically I always send that the first Monday of the month. And then I also like to check in with customers via social media or email once a month as well, just to see how they're doing, making sure they're liking their Shakeology. That way you're not surprised when a coach goes inactive because they hated the flavor of Shakeology, you know? So definitely be checking in with people as well that you're friends with on Facebook, and the ones that you're not, that maybe were free customers from Hitting Success Club. So the next point is the quarterly activities. So quarterly activities include your goals. So that's another area for like rank advancements, big health goals. Maybe you have 20 pounds to lose. You know, that would be a good goal within quarterly. And then also Beachbody events like Super Saturday. I did not go to the one in January because I was just going to be starting my new job then, but I am definitely going to the one in April. If you haven't been to one, they're so worth it. Go. And then another quarterly activities would be free groups. Actually, just at the Super Saturday that I was at in October, it was hosted by Joelle Seuss. She is a 9-star diamond. She is from Fargo, North Dakota. And I'm so proud to say that because I never thought that there was anybody up here that like was succeeding at this business. And she was saying that she only does free groups quarterly because she said it makes, if she does them monthly, it just makes her feel cheap, if that kind of makes sense, I guess. And she likes to do free groups on other than like clean eating and workouts. Like she'll do it maybe on finances or personal development or, you know, something like that. And sometimes she'll even do like a whole month of a free group when she does that, or do something, you know, kind of different, kind of what we advertise also in Team Arise. And then also another quarterly activity would be hosting your own event, like Shake and Shares. So you could have like a girls' night in and do like a movie night and then have chocolate shakes, or do something with, you know, a shake and share where you can share your story and share your business with people as well quarterly. I personally haven't done one yet, but I will underline the word yet. So that was basically my weekly / bi-weekly, daily and monthly activities. So I wanted to just kind of cover over everything that we've gone through and then what not to do in a power hour. So basically, what you don't want in your power hour is scrolling through social media mindlessly. So come to your power hour with a notepad and a list of things that you want to get done. Hint, your goals and your schedule and your posting schedule. So that's why I stressed making those, because when you come to your power hour, and typically mine is over my lunch hour, because my work completely like locks their doors. They go home for lunch. Like, it's small town community, and I am there by myself, and I either do calls or I am reaching out and inviting people and emailing people like a mad woman. If you see smoke coming from, if you're out in New Jersey and you see smoke, it's probably coming from North Dakota from my keyboard. And so come to your power hour, and this notebook actually stays with me at work. Like, I have, you know, and so does my planner. So I bring my stuff with me, and I know what I have to accomplish over lunch, over 1 hour. And another thing you don't want to be doing, like I said, is scrolling. So when I am at my power hour over lunch, I'm just not like sitting there like, oh, okay, so-and-so is having a baby or had a baby or whatever. Like, I do not even look on Facebook. I power hour, like I'm in the zone. And another thing you don't want is procrastination / scrolling through social media, or whatever you do to procrastinate. Maybe you think, oh man, I better fold those socks in the dryer that I missed out on last night, or whatever. Don't even think about it. Do that later. Just get through your power hour, and then you can do that. And no distractions. So if your kids are screaming, maybe they just got home from school or daycare, and your head is in the clouds because, you know, maybe your best friend got engaged or whatever. You don't want those distractions at your desk right now. Like, you don't want any distractions. You want to pick a time. Like I said, the timing of your power hour is crucial, because it's a time when you can be alone, when you can think, and you can like just focus, like have laser focus. Another point of a power hour is to get stuff done. So if you're not in the mood, maybe you feel like you're getting sick, or maybe you got something else going on, or you're cooking dinner, like that is not the time to have a power hour. And don't let you stand in the way of you, because this business isn't, you know, going to be achieved, or what your goals aren't going to be achieved by me or Rose or Danielle or Courtney. We can't do what your little notebook says. You are the only person that can achieve those things is you. So don't let yourself stand in the way of you, because you have to get this stuff done, because you have to do your power hour. So you are the only person that can achieve these things and get where you want to be. So that kind of concludes my call. If there's any questions, like, we can open up the line. But that's basically what my list of things that I do. So hope that helps.
No, that was awesome. I know everyone was taking down notes, and you were very thorough, which is awesome, because a lot of people really want to know, like, okay, I understand there's a power hour, but give me everything, and I think you brought it. So thank you.
Yeah.
Before I kind of let everyone else off, I want to talk. What I always tell about Alicia's story is she had, that person that she was following, but that person never invited her to anything. Alicia had no idea that she could join as a Beachbody coach, or that she could join one of her groups, or anything about that. So make sure that when, look on your face, and I still have some more Facebook people to look at, but like look through your own Facebook, timeline, and ask yourself, if people went to my timeline, would they know I'm a coach, and would they know I can help them, and do they know that they can join some sort of group? So ask yourself those 3 questions, because you don't want a person like Alecia. I mean, I'm happy that person didn't do all those 3 questions, but you don't want a person like Alecia just signing up randomly because you were scared, or you were afraid to post that on Facebook. So I wanted to mention that first. And then the second thing that Alecia was talking about, especially in the beginning, was taking away those distractions. In the National Wake Up Call, if you didn't listen to that National Wake Up Call this week, make sure you do that this week. He was just so real, because he talked about his, I think it was his mom or his mother-in-law passed away. And he's like, yeah, I could have used that as an excuse, and everyone can use that as an excuse, because it's a huge, a huge moment in his life and his family's, but he pushed through it and he kept doing it. And, he's talked about like what TV shows. I don't know any TV shows that are on TV because I don't watch that. So yeah, you might think, I'll miss like Pretty Little Liars. Like Pretty Little, like that's my TV show, and that's on right now. And Andrea's like, yeah, what are you talking about? I mean, but, and things with like your kids and your husbands, make sure that, and I always tell like my new coaches, sit down with them and tell them what you're doing and why you're doing it. So even on like other National Wake Up Calls, coaches would say, I told my kid I was going for a diamond, and they would ask me, Mommy, did you get your diamond yet? They have no idea what it is, but when you kind of, make them a part of it, and make them a part of almost keeping you accountable too, they're willing to give you like, when you do have to step away for a team call, they kind of understand why. It's not that you're ignoring them, but you're doing it for a reason, and you're doing it for them. So know that taking away those distractions now, like TV and whatever, yeah, like for 3 years I worked really hard, and I'm still working really hard, but now I get to have that type of freedom that I've always wanted. So those distractions, even though you might miss your favorite TV show, it's going to give you that freedom later on. And one little thing that I like to show people on Facebook, if you didn't know that you can, right here in the messages, there's like that little option with that spin wheel. You can click on that and then turn off chat. So right here. So, because sometimes like I'll get a lot of messages during the middle of the day, or like I'm trying to do something else and a message pops up and I'm like, crap, and then and then that takes away from my power hour because I lose my focus. So you can like turn it off for all your friends, or for certain friends. So maybe you are talking to like a challenger or something, or you're inviting someone, you can just leave it on for that person. But that just takes out one more distraction. And then the same thing with your phone. Turn it off or put it away, because if you put it on vibrate, you're still going to answer it anyways. So those are kind of my little distraction things that can help you out too. Okay. If you guys have any questions, comments, just click the little microphone in the corner of your screen. So if you want to share something of your power hour, something that you learned tonight that really kind of hit home for you.
So I wanted to share something. I kind of have, I wouldn't say 2 power hours, but I kind of split mine during the day. With Team Cup, I've really started to step up, and we kind of have a group chat going on Facebook, and we message each other all day long. I did this, I did that, so it's keeping us accountable. one thing that I do that Danielle has taught me is I started my day by saying positive affirmations. And I just went on Pinterested positive affirmations, and wrote down ones that I thought were going to apply to me. And then every morning when I wake up, instead of going on Facebook like I used to do, now I'm waking up and I'm saying my positive affirmations first thing when I wake up. Like, I'm not checking my phone. I'm not doing that. I'm saying my positive affirmation, and then right after, I'm doing my personal development, reading 10 minutes, whatever it is, and then I get up and start my day. So that kind of gives me a jump start to my day, because in the morning, again, it's a little bit of an excuse, but I don't really have that time because I'm trying to run out the door to get to school on time. So when I get home in the afternoon, that's when I'm messaging people, adding people. I might even add people before I leave for work or whatever. But that's kind of what I've been doing, and it seems to work for me right now. So just wanted to share with everyone.
No, I love those positive affirmations. Those sound ridiculous, but they really do work. There was like one little saying, and sometimes I still do say, I just say, every day I'm getting stronger and stronger. Something that silly, and you repeat that over and over and over, like it really just builds you up, because that little voice in your head makes a big difference.
So true.
Anyone else?
Well, I was on mute. I thought I was like unmuted, but I was also going to add about the National Wake Up Call this week. Another reason I really liked it too, because like Rose said, he was super real. And me personally, like, I thought I had found a really awesome leader, and she quit. And that was kind of set me back this summer a little bit too. And so I was like, oh my gosh, like I was a diamond this summer. And like I said, I'm just emerald right now. But he said too that he had been a coach for almost 2 years and he still hadn't found a leader. I thought, oh my gosh, that's crazy. And like, he's on the National Wake Up Call. You know, you always hear of these coaches that like, you know, are like 15-star in like, you know, a year or something, and that get on the National Wake Up Call. And so I thought, finally, like somebody that like I can really relate to. And he said he just couldn't find a leader, and I can totally, you know, just feel what he, you know, kind of what he was going through, and I can kind of sympathize, and because I'm going through the same thing. Like, I've obviously been a coach for almost a year, and I still don't really have like a solid like running leader. Like how I feel, like I see myself, and I'm like, okay, looking at the characteristics of what I want versus like in what I am, and like that list that I was saying that we should be making to see what we want in customers and coaches. That's so important, because I'm going to be picky. Like, I had somebody quit on me that was really great, and I was counting on her, and she was a leader, but she wasn't a runner, because runners don't quit and neither do leaders. So I think as coaches, we really need to be looking for that. Even if we haven't found it yet, like myself, don't be in a rush to look for those, because yeah, some people maybe started coaching around the same time as you, and maybe they're, you know, diamond, or even like the girl that inspired me to do PIO, her and I kind of started around the same time, and she's 1-star. So I could really feel like, oh my gosh, like I'm only emerald, you know, and feel bad about it. But at the same time, I got to think of my own story, and I'm building my own business. And so you can't compare yourself to others, and you'll find that person, but maybe the timing isn't right, or, you know, just maybe that special person, you know, is out there, but you just need to find them yet. But for me personally, what another thing is I've started doing is I'm also a Christian person. So I've kind of started almost praying for that person. Like, when God sends that person, like, let them be the right person, and, you know, help me to be the right coach and mentor for them. And so really kind of change your heart around, because it all starts with you. So I'm still looking for that leader, or those leaders. And I mean, I have a lot of coaches that are interested in the business, but they're not really like, yeah, let's do this, you know, let's do this together, you and me. You know, I haven't had that yet. So I'm really looking forward when that day does come. Does anybody else have any questions about anything that I talked about tonight, or?
I do. It's Jen. Hi. Can you hear me?
You're good, Jen.
Well, first of all, that was like exactly what I was looking for. I need an outline, I thought that was really helpful, so thank you. But I'm super interested in this daily planner. This is called the Daily Design Planner. Is that what you said?
It's called Day Designer.
Day Designer. Okay. So that's
Nicole,
a specific brand.
Nicole, was that the one that you were looking at? Because Nicole was looking for a planner too.
No, that's the Passion Planner.
Oh, okay. What's the difference? Or is there a difference?
I don't know what the Day Designer is. Let me grab mine.
Sorry, Jen.
Oh, that's okay. I just like how Alecia said it had like all the hours. Basically, my whole day from 5 to 10. That's every hour I'm awake.
I'll go grab mine too, and then I'll show you.
Okay.
Yeah, just because I heard both reviews of both that were really good. Because I was thinking of getting one too.
That'll be like my Amazon purchase tomorrow if Roy approves. Sitting over here like, don't spend any money.
Nicole, were you trying to say something?
Yeah. Oh, who's gone? The Passion Planner has it has like every half an hour from 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. And it has like weekly schedules, and then it has like a monthly schedule. Every week it gives you like space for you to like put things you're going to focus on, good things that happened, your to-do lists, work to-do lists, personal to-do lists. And it gives you like little inspirational quotes and stuff. And then every month it gives you like a space to reflect. So like, what was the most memorable part of your month? What are the 3 biggest lessons you've learned? What are your priorities for the next month? So it gives you like a lot of check on where you're at towards your goals. Because the beginning exercise is like helps you create your roadmap for your 3-year plan. So it's like very specific to helping you create like a plan. The only thing, I haven't started to use mine yet because I just got it, but I don't know if you can see this. The space is pretty small if you're going to schedule out like every hour or half an hour. Did you see that?
Yeah, we saw it. Yeah.
Okay, here's mine. Here's what I have for mine. Okay, so basically it looks like, I don't know, let me go up to my like icon so I can see myself. Okay, so can you see this kind of?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so it has like a quote too, and then it has the like do, and then what you're gonna have for dinner you can put, and then like dollars, so like maybe like, what you got paid, and then also don't forget, and then it has today's top 3. So typically like I use that for like, getting back to people, and then it has like it has to do like a big to-do list, and then it has all the hours, and then in the bottom it has daily gratitude, and then notes. So in the notes I typically write like what I'm going to be eating that day, and then maybe like the temperature or like what time the sun rises and sunsets. And then in the beginning it has like, first of all it has like a monthly overview too, like I was talking about. So it has like,
Does yours have the follow-up like the Passion Planner at the end?
It does. It has it in the beginning. There's
I
no
like that point.
it has like this month, like it has that, and then it also comes with stickers too. That's pretty cool. And then
stickers.
Yeah, and then in the beginning, it has like help yourself, like for over the next 12 months. It has help yourself, everyone else, attitude and academics, resources and finances, trade, career, and business. And then it has like a big idea space, and then trackers, ideas, and to-dos list. And then it has like monthly goals. It has for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 1 year. And then it has different columns like for yourself, everyone else, attitude, resources, trade, business. And then it has your other goals. So it has like goals, and then it has like a deadline, resources and obstacles measured by first steps, and then done. And then it has like a huge overview of like a 13-month overview, and then it has like a notes page as well. And that's like all in the beginning.
Cool.
And then it has like a handy pocket as well.
Nice. Sorry, Jim, where were you leading?
No, that's it. I mean, they both sound really good. So did you just order them off Amazon, or did you find them someplace in particular?
I went to like the Day Designer website.
Okay. I'm going to
Yeah,
check them out tomorrow.
The same as the Passion Planner. The Passion Planner was like $30. That one sounds like it's way more detailed for like your whole day.
That's probably
The
more
day
what I
the
need.
day planner.
Yeah.
I kind of like that too. How it's like very like it's a whole page for every day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like it gives you more specifics if you're like literally planning out every hour of your day.
Cool. Thank you, ladies.
Nice.
Anybody else have any other questions?
Going once. Going twice. All right, we're going to do a quick little picture. So everyone get in the camera. And if you're not, like, I don't know, Shannon, if that's Shannon Hutchins or if she just jumped off, and who's on the phone? We can't see your face, but all right, let me try and get this screenshot thing. All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. I think it worked. Cindy, I love the dog in there. That's cute. All right, ladies, we're good for tonight? Awesome. All right, thanks, Alecia, so much. That was really, really great, and I know a lot of people found that very helpful, so thank you.
Yep.
Thanks. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.